families. Holy smokes, here we are on our third day of the Calm Confident Parenting Workshop. I first of all want to ask you to give yourself like a pat on the back, hug to yourself that you have poured this time and energy into supporting your family and that you have done this so that you can have more calm and confidence in yourself. But I also know that you are here because you also want there to be more connection, more cooperation, more joy in your household, more fun. Hi, Callie. Those of you as you're showing up live, please tell me you're here. Callie, can you tell me if you can hear okay? Just want to make sure everything's sounding all right. Welcome, welcome. So you're likely here for this Calm Confident Parenting Workshop, going back to day one, that you're here because you care deeply about your kids and you care about your family. So today is about ending daily battles because I don't want you to be wasting another day in battles, in struggles, in suffering that steals away the joy that you really long for. So we're going to really get deep tonight. We're going to get to the heart of what really ends these battles. Hang with me to the very end where I'll have an exciting announcement I want to share with you. And it takes all the way through this to really get the meat of how you start to change those battles. Hi, Labrea. Hi, Hannah, Sarah, Ella, Alyssa, Jessica. So good to see you. Couple housekeeping things. I just want to say, if you haven't gotten your workbook yet, say workbook, whether you're watching this live or in the replay. These replays will be up all the way until May 6th. So that's till next Friday, I believe. And so you can still watch them. So if you're watching this in a replay any day after, put workbook and I'll make sure you get the link for that. Secondly, those who've been coming live, I promised to give a prize. And so I want to do that right now. And I want to do two key prizes. One is to Rachel Ashley, who has been showing up again and again each of these days and really commenting, supporting other people. She's going to get a free book mailed to her. And I want to highlight that Rachel sent me a message today saying, what the results have been of yesterday's workshop. So I want to share that. She said, it has been incredible to sit and be on the same page with my husband. We got into some great conversations and we've been going over the agreements with our daughter and explaining how they're here to help us. And she agreed, and she's been really enthusiastic and engaged as we talked about the agreements and the benefits. And I have such a great feeling about this. I feel like this may be the key thing that really starts to shift our household's dynamic for the better. So awesome. Rachel, I'm so proud of you for showing up, for really applying things. And that's how the dial moves forward. So I'm going to be sending you a book. Yay, Rachel, says Megan. Yes. And also, I want to give a prize to Callie Miller, who has been showing up again and again, been here advocating for the group, and been to both day 1 and 2 of the workshop. So Callie, I'm going to send you one of my favorite parenting books. So glad to have you both here and engaging. And still be sure to comment throughout tonight because I'm going to pick a winner tomorrow from those that are live and participating throughout tonight. And tomorrow, note on that, we're having a invite-only live Zoom coaching call at noon and 8 p.m. Friday, which is tomorrow. For those who have been here, either live or in the replay, you have caught day 1 and 2 and 3. I've been sending out those invitations. We already have about 15 people RSVP'd for either the noon or 8 o'clock. So definitely either one you come to, there'll be some awesome other moms and dads there. And this is a space to get to talk more about what you gained out of this workshop, ask questions about it, and really get some clarity on your next steps. So let me know below if you would like an invitation so that I make sure I do not miss you. Please put that below, invite please. And those of you that are on YouTube, I definitely need you to email me at contactflora@gmail so that I can get you that invite. All right. Diving in tonight, we are on the best question to end daily battles. Friends, we are going to get right into this. You started this week on Monday learning the things, the keys, that key errors that have been keeping you in cycles of struggle, right? What's been bubbling and resonating about that since day one? I'm really curious. Has it been, wow, I notice how much I use the question why? I just had a mom tell me that on a coaching call today. She's like, holy smokes, we made it a commitment to stop saying why. And I was like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of times I'm saying that, a lot of times to catch myself and replace. But wow, it's so much more effective when I use different tools. Or have you been reflecting on noticing that you really do a lot of neck up parenting? Like, oh my gosh, I do see myself in the upset moments, in crazy moments. I'm just talking so much. I'm ordering, I'm reminding, I'm nagging, I'm repeating. I'm so tired of talking. I'm really aware of that after day one. Or is it that you are noticing that you are really exhausted by the ping ponging and the chaos that it causes between you and your partner, or within yourself, or with the kids not knowing a predictable outcome for different situations? Which one of those has really been resonating with you? Megan, yep. The why is everywhere. I'm glad your eyes are open to that and seeing that. You're going to notice it. It's really going to be standing out to you, I'm sure. Yep. What else has been resonating and standing out? Hmm. Ping pong equals boo, says Hillary. Emily, hi. Good to see you, Emily. Yes to all of the above. Mindy, neck up parenting. Lauren, yes. Not always on the same page with husband and consistency, talking way too much. Great realizations, you guys. So we started there, and now I know that you are well meaning parents. You want this to be better. And so yesterday we got to talk about some strategies that can start moving the dial. Like, it's not that your kids don't want to listen. It's not that you're a mean person that's exploding because you just don't care. Neither one of those sides is true. It's that you haven't had a sustainable strategy where you make agreements in advance, and that it's a succinct recipe you're using again and again. So this agreements in advance is just one piece of the puzzle, by the way, friends. My signature sustainable parenting curriculum has three main pillars: connection, encouraging cooperation, and ownership. And throughout the work that people do with me, we are constantly using that structure to fit in the skills that are learned and the strategies to be able to move the dial, to have more cooperation. So you got a taste of one of those. And I love hearing the stories as you continue to apply that strategy. Come back and tell me. I would love to hear about it. I love the stories of people applying strategies. And Emily, I was just talking about you the other day, sharing the story of you saying, it feels so good when I am able to be in that role of teacher, not dictator. Such a beautiful moment. So today, when you have a simple strategy to move forward, when you have it all in one package, that, friends, is what's going to help you to feel truly calm and confident. And so when I tell you I want to give you the best question today to end daily battles, Really hear me. It's if you have your hand out, look here. It says, instead of, when is he ever going to change? When is she ever going to change? It's asking, where do I want to be spending my time and energy? And what do I need to do to get there? Where do I want to be spending my time and energy? And what do I need to do to be able to really get there? Let me break this down for us. The thing is, you guys, you're at a turning point right now. We're ending a 3-day workshop, and you completely have an opportunity to go back to your old ways and keep doing things kind of how you did. Grab an idea here or there, ping ponging, not really being consistent, not having a succinct, simple, structured, sustainable plan. And I hate to say it, but it's likely going to bring you the same results. When we keep doing what we always did, we keep getting what we always got. Or you can say, this is a turning point for you. And you're going to stop and say, you know what, really, I notice I can either keep spending my time on the battles or I can start spending it on the solutions. I can start spending my time, keep spending my time on the battles or start spending it on the solutions. I know your time is so precious. You watching this, you're a hardworking parent, or you're a stay-at-home parent, which is also a hardworking job, or you're working from home and parenting, all these things. You do not have a time to waste, because whatever precious hours you have with your kids, that's all you've got to work with. So how you use those hours, whether they're in the cycles of battles or that time is on the solutions, is going to make all the difference in the world. Do I want to keep spending my time on the battles, or do I want to start spending it on the solution? So, friend, I really want to pause you in this moment and ask you to look at the big, 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 big picture here. When you notice the road that you're on, what do you notice? Can we pause together for a second and really look around? Do you notice as you look around, and just pause to look at your situation where you're at and see, my marriage is struggling. We are in this constant battle of you're too scary, you're too soft, and we're fighting and at each other's necks. And it's really taking a toll on what used to be a really fun, wonderful relationship. Or maybe you sit there and take stock and say, I'm really feeling lost. I don't remember who I am anymore. This person that used to be fun and energetic is just like a nag and mad and sad and snappy. And this is not who I am. I feel lost. Or maybe you look around and just think, this isn't the relationship I want with my kids. I'm sometimes even looking forward to when they go back to school or when they go back to their dad's house. This is a safe space. We can be honest and say, and I don't want it that way. I want to enjoy, I only get these young years, especially, and all of these years for a short window of our lifetime. I sure as heck don't want to waste it and end up just being on the doorstep of them being 18 and looking back and saying, holy cow, how did that happen? If any of those are true for you, I want you to also, well, if any of those are true for you, this is a turning point. Do you want to keep being there? Are you willing to say, well, that's just how that's going to be? Maybe my marriage is going to end. Maybe I'm just going to totally lose myself and whatever that looks like. Maybe we're just going to suffer and have a lot of painful times in these years? Or are you a person sitting there going, gosh dang it, like this moment is awakening me to say, I don't want to settle for that anymore. I don't deserve that. And friend, you absolutely don't. You deserve all the happiness of a joyful marriage, partnership, whatever it is, a partnership, a togetherness where you're thriving and being a team. You deserve to be you again and feel like you can be energetic in yourself, even as a mom or dad. And you totally deserve to like make beautiful, fun memories more than having struggle. So let's get there. This is the turning point. And also, when you think of where you want to be, we're going to finish the sentence in just a minute to think about what it's going to dot, dot, dot. But let's pause and think too about where you want to go with your kids. Because I know you're here because it's not just about the quick win. Like, I just want an obedient follower, like a golden retriever that's going to sit and stay. You want it to be easier, but you also have way bigger goals and dreams for your family. I know you do. And I want to hear those. What are those goals and dreams? Is it that you wish that you or sorry, that you think of your child and you have some key words that come to mind of what you really want for them? Like, think about your kid when they're 25 and what are the characteristics that you want for them at age 25? You want them to be creative, successful, happy, thriving. Like, at that point, maybe even that they themselves are beginning to be a great parent or partner, employee. You want them to be, give me 2 or 3 words that come to mind. It's like, really think about it, what the big win we are looking for is all about. Give me 2 or 3 words that are really important to you about what you want for your child when they're 25. Emily says kind, helpful, empathetic. Beautiful. I want my kids to trust me. I want to trust them. I don't want to be scared. Calm, confident, knowing their family always has their back. I love that you want them to be calm and confident also as you're striving for that, Callie. There's a lot there, right? How can we grow something in them when we are not, if we're not there? We can grow together. Want to be a good citizen, to be helpful, genuine, compassionate, kind, believe in themselves, that they will trust me, says Mindy, and that they can tell me anything in the world. Oh, those are huge, Mindy. And this is really big. We build the building blocks for that future trust, those teen years right now. We build the skills in them to be able to, make good choices when they're out there in the world in college and young adulthood right now. We build their respect for people in the world right now. And if we don't do it right now, I want to tell you something pretty difficult, but it's so true. It gets harder. So, see, a part of my story that you may not have heard before is that I'm a licensed counselor and I used to work with kids directly, kids 5 and older. And I would see these kids and they would come in with things like anxiety, difficulties at school, not having a close relationship with their parents as their parents may be going through divorce or just they couldn't go to their parents. So the parents would bring them to me to be their sounding board, to be their support, to try to help them solve problems and feel better. Even sometimes kids that were suicidal and struggling with anxiety. And I saw that, and my heart just broke for thinking, "I get 1 hour a week with these children, and that's supposed to help them?" I wish I could just get into the hands of those parents and maybe even rewind time to the more foundational young years to equip them to be the great emotion coach, to know how to see underneath the behavior that seems irritating for what the hurt is underneath, to help them feel collaborative in how to problem solve and set expectations. And that's how they build respect and responsibility. And that's why I moved into this work. And that's what I love doing every single day now. And it totally is working. I used to work with families where they would pay me five to $10,000 to work with them over the course of about 1 to 2 years to try to help these little ones. And now I'm seeing families have even bigger results within just a few months and a way less investment. Pretty incredible. So you're in this position right now where you can decide, am I there? Am I that parent that wants to make sure that I am doing the thing so it doesn't get harder? Like, when I think of the work that it takes, the parents that I work with are folks who are willing to put in some time. Yes. We all have the same number of time. We're gonna use that time on continuing the struggle, or we can start using it on the solution. You either commit to staying where you've been, or you commit to stepping into new hope and new process, new actions for new results. That's kinda like scraping your driveway. So on your handout, it says, "Are you gonna scrape your driveway now?" Think about this, if you live in Montana here by me, which I know many people do, when it snows, sometimes you go and shovel it and you're like, "Okay, I did that," but then it might snow another time, and that's always the time I'm like, "I really don't wanna have to do this work. I don't want to." Or if it snows multiple days in a row, you just hit these days where you're like, "I don't wanna shovel the driveway." But the trouble is you run a gamble that sometimes if you don't shovel it and then the snow melts when it gets a little warmed up during the day and then it freezes that night, you end up with this thick layer of ice that then if it snows again, every time you're trying to run your snowplow or shovel, it's like 10 times harder than if you had just done it when it was fresh and new. That's where you're at when you have young kids. It can get dramatically harder and have way bigger results if we don't scrape our driveway now. Like, quit making excuses, quit saying, "I don't have the time, we're just so busy, we have these things going on." We gotta pause, we gotta say, what is more important than prioritizing our relationship with our kids? Because when we don't, oh, I've seen some painful results. I just had a friend recently whose daughter came home from college in the first year, freshman year, with terrible anxiety hitting her. And as they tried to help her navigate that and solve the problem, brought her back home, caring for her, obviously, she had to drop out of school. And then at home, she was not going to therapy. She wasn't getting a job. She was sitting on the couch, hanging out with kind of a deadbeat boyfriend, and they suddenly sat there and realized, we have no more cards to play. We can't we She's an adult. There's so little we can do to change, and they just, like, saw so much of that that was from their patterns of not setting healthy boundaries, of not teaching her the skills to be able to endure challenges and to solve problems and do the hard work of self-growth, and it was a really, really late and hard time to be realizing that. I've seen this affect families in ways where it leads to divorce because people just say, "I don't wanna scrape the driveway," like, I don't know, it just, like, can't seem to be on the same page, but it's just gonna have to be that way, and it eats away, and it eats away, and marriages end over it, and it breaks my heart. And I've seen people turn to affairs and alcoholism and really self-deprecating things that they don't mean to, well-meaning people turning to these things because they didn't set boundaries to protect that they needed to also be a person in this process of parenting. They thought it was their job to just give and give and give and suffer, suffer, struggle, struggle. It wasn't sustainable, and they paid the price. So I want to invite you to consider deciding today that this is a turning point for you. We want to do the work. How? How do we do the work? Here's how we do it, Hillary. I want to invite you to continue with me in my sustainable parenting transformation. So I run a program because I know that I cannot give you everything in 3 small days. If you are really in a space ready to make change, then you are in a space to choose today to choose new action so that you'll get those new results. So today I'm opening the doors to my Sustainable Parenting Transformation Group, and let me tell you how it can serve you, how it gets you the better results. So this is a 16-month support program that you get, which starts with 4 months of a wraparound weekly mentorship in a group and community of peers and one-on-one time with me so that we can actually really get to the heart of your specific child and you. And then followed by 1 year of once a month check-ins and group coaching to be able to maintain that lifelong change. So it's an investment in true change for your family. And the doors are open right now. It's going to be open just until May 6th because after that is Mother's Day, and I want you to then just get to bask in the glory of what you decide to do and get to move forward. In fact, maybe this will even be something you'll ask your family members to give you as a Mother's Day present or to contribute to. So why the transformation group? There are 3 main ways that this is different than just trying to figure it out on your own. It is doable, it's supportive and fun, and it is faster and super effective. So doable, my program involves evening coaching times that definitely work in your schedule and 5 to 15-minute videos that give you my 13 guides of curriculum that have been changing people's lives. Here you just got a bite size of 3 days. Imagine what it would look like to get 13 full guides, which each have 5 to 15-minute videos, so more bite size so that you can really sustain it through those months, but power packed to get you the calm, confident tools. So you're having fun again with your family and you enjoy being a mom again. That's how it's doable. It is more fun. Oh, it's support and supportive because it's with other parents. We have moms and dads, sometimes just moms join and attend, sometimes often moms and dads together. And we even have a dad unit that my husband has contributed to. So things that speak to everyone in this partnership so that you're getting to the same page. If you've been in that space where you've been battling, this is the way to get on the same page. And it's faster and easier because you are accessing all of my experience in parent coaching for 12 years, being a licensed counselor, my 20 years experience working in various atmospheres with kids, and my 8 years now as a mom to give you the nuggets that are super effective. So if this is resonating with you, friends, say yes. Mindy's like, I am so pumped. I am ready for this. Awesome. So let's do it. Let's get on a call And what I'm going to ask of you is that you set a clarity call. And if you have any questions at all, we go through it in that call. If you would like to be able to go check out what it is this program really includes, what it offers, every detail, I've just dropped the mentor link into um, the comments here. And so you can check it out. I want you to explore, see what other parents have said, and decide for you. This is a decision moment. Christy says, yes, yes. And Christy, I'm here to show up for you. All of you, when you choose that this is the moment that you're going to start a new tomorrow, imagine this next year after this Mother's Day, next Mother's Day, being able to look back and see all of the progress you've made. Oh my gosh, look at how we had such a different summer. Look at how the holidays were so much different. Look at how spring just led us into like more joy together, all because of that one day I remember in late April when I made a decision that I wasn't going to do things the old way anymore. And I was ready to get fully equipped and empowered in a super easy, doable way that has worked for a lot of other people. So I knew I could trust it. Listen to your heart, friends. I know that we can get in a place where we are neck up with ourselves just as much as we have been with our kids. And you can make all the excuses in the world. Do I deserve to invest in myself in this way? Yes, you do. Do I want to commit to something like this? Like I said, you totally get to make a commitment either way. You're either committing to staying where you've been or you're committing to new action for new results. You're always committing to something. It's what do I want to commit to? And will my husband be on board? Well, think about it. Have you been in a place where one of you is the kind one and one of you is the firm one, and you've pretty much created two power struggles, one with your kids and one with each other? Because you're like, you're so mean or scary, and you're so soft, giving in, and it's stealing all the joy. This is an opportunity to be on the same page where you can agree upon a kind and firm strategy together and finally have a common language. I'm going to have some interviews later this week so you can hear from clients who have experienced that. Like Samantha and I were just talking today, and she's going to share next week in the middle of the week about that. And tomorrow, Abby, single mom, is going to share about her story and what she has experienced, the dramatic change where she was like, I don't even know if I can really believe this, to, oh my gosh, I'm already that person with a success story. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. I'm going to put in here as well the link to be able to set your clarity call with me if you have any questions. If you're ready to go ahead and sign up right now, because I do want to reward anyone who does start into this and make the commitment by Sunday night that you're going to get a bonus of a 1-hour one-on-one with me where I will make time, whether it's this weekend or this week. I will make it happen whenever it needs to happen so we get you launched into your personalized plan forward into more calm, confidence, joy, and ease. Cannot wait to talk to you, friend. Have a great rest of the night.